Hey, you guys, welcome back, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, bringing you the latest and trending topics, and I blog my life. Hey, Gabrielle. Bonjour. I'm so sorry I'm late, you guys. Just started running behind with trying to set everything up, but I'm here and I'm so happy to see you guys. And I was rushing to get to you guys. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my head wrap on camera this morning. I think I'm gonna go with turban style. Today I go in late. Hey Fess, up mama, what's going on? Yeah. So I'm off for half a day today. Good morning, beautiful. How are you queens doing today? I hope y'all are doing well. Yes. So I didn't want to hold y'all up any longer and be any later. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my hair wrap. These are the new hair wraps that came in. Sin, I got you, girl. I'm waiting for one more color, boo. And I got you. I'm gonna ship you out. Oh wow. I know you're tired. Yeah, I love these, you guys. You see these? These you can wrap like so many different ways. You could do your front knot. You could do full wrap. Whatever. You see that? Yes, queens. Yes, now we ready. I hope y'all are doing well today. Yes, okay. Got that naughty love movement head wrap. Make sure y'all place y'all orders. Before we get into today's topic, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so that you can be notified when I update content to my channel. Yes. Make sure y'all hitting that like button as y'all load it in. Ooh, it's a bunch of trending topics. Oops, this one slid down. It's a bunch of trending topics going on. Ah, Dom's doing good. Dom's doing good. She really had a good time with you guys. I love her long time. Love her long time. Yeah. Y'all got to see a cipher with her and my cousin. Yeah, my cousin does like media production and stuff like that. Naughty Crew Live podcast coming to you soon, guys. How's my fit? How's my fit? I'm good. I'm straight. So it's so many trending topics going on. We're going to get into it. Yes. The Tamisha situation. Oh, Tasha and Tamika. It is so much to get into, Gabrielle. Okay. We'll start there with Escape. All right. As you all know, Tamika has come out with, her side of the story. And she came out with receipts. She came out swinging because she just want the situation to be over. You know what I mean? And I think Latasha got some questions to answer. Okay, I think Tasha got some questions to answer because it's just sad. But Latasha, in response to her sister, decided to go on the Ricky Smiley show. Okay, and doing that interaction, the brat who she is, she checked her on the chin lightly. I think it was lightly. I think Brat was being light on her because Brat is with child, as we all know. Okay, so she need to remain calm for child. Okay, child comes first, but I'm still gonna I'm still going to chin check you lightly. All right. So I'm gonna pull up the clip or whatever. Gabrielle, I see it's so much going on. You got even Marcel husband talking about he not giving up on his marriage. Okay. So much is the goings ons is the goings ons. But let's get into this Ricky Smiley segment. Y'all gonna have to go check them out to see the full clip, but I just wanna talk about what happened or whatever. So it should be in my histories. I be watching so much stuff, y'all. It's crazy. I hope everybody's doing well today. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. You're sharing this content. All right, it's faster if I look it up. Okay, and then they got an update. Okay, so let's get into Latasha first, and then we'll get into Kandi's reaction. We're gonna let that commercial go by. Okay. Yeah, Kandi responded, so we want to get into that. It's a lot. It's just ongoing. And I think people are intrigued, like, what's the resolve? What is the resolve? Here we go. Guys, notice Brat's greeting. What's up? Okay, Brat wasn't here to play no games with her. Okay, she was ready to chin check her. I just wanted to point that out. Brat was like, "What's up?" Brat didn't speak to her first. She was going along with the show, but I felt it when she was like, "Yo, what's up?" Mm-hmm.
I signed up for good stuff, and it ended up not being that. And I just wish I never would have.
Gabrielle, it's not really anything to share, so that's why I was just playing the audio. So I just wanted to show you, like, it's just audio. So that's why I'm not sharing my screen. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Queen. All my queens are here. Good morning, beautiful. Make sure y'all hitting that like. Make sure y'all sharing this out. We getting in to Latosha's response to Tamika. We won't get into it, y'all. I'm gonna just let y'all hear the clip while everybody loading into the room. But I just want to point out when Latasha say, "Hey, Brad," she said, "What's up?" All right. She said, "What's up?" Gabrielle, are you saying you can't hear the audio at all? All right, so let me do it this way, guys. See if this is better.
Electricity coming out of their hands. All teenage girls? There was one girl I'd say was a routine. We just fun and we just do information.
Does that sound better?
Information and praise, uplift, or whatever. Now, we don't do a whole lot of controversial interviews and stuff, but we got one this morning. But we happy to have because most people, avoid controversy like myself. I wouldn't go in but she wants to tell Latocha Scott is on with us this morning. Y'all give her a big round of applause. Latocha, thank you for coming this morning.
For sure.
But,
it's family. I mean,
Let's go. We are so happy to have you, and thank you for taking this interview. Unplanned and at the last minute, gracing us with your presence. You are a legend. And let's get into it. Latocha, you know Brett, Gary, Maria, Rock T, Special K.
What's up, y'all?
What up,
everybody in the building. What's up, Brett? What's up?
So a lot has been said out there in the media about you, and you and your sister Tamika, and we want to clear things up. From your perspective, what happened and where did it start?
I'm not sure. Once we started to film, everything started to go crazy. Like I tell people, I signed up to be celebrated. All of us, to be honest, 30 years in the game, that's what it should have been. There are so many things that I don't understand about editing and just how everything is kind of transpired. So all I can say is I signed up to sing. I signed up for good stuff, and it ended up not being that. And I just wish I never would have signed up for this, to be honest. And with my sister, she's always going to be my sister. That's my family. We go through highs and lows, and everybody got peaks and valleys. It's just right now we're going through it in the public eye. And I just ask that people would allow us to do that without judgment and allow us to be sisters and figure this out, so.
So now, Latocha, this year, you know who this is, so I ain't got to introduce myself to you. But Latocha, now, we've been following the show, SWV and Escape and what have you and stuff. And the madness has been going back and forth with you and Tamika with the $30,000 alleged that you're supposed to have taken from her and your husband, Rocky. So my thing is, did y'all take the money? And I know you said in a report that, to get your sister back, you would give her back the money. And $30,000 is not that much money, especially with you and Rocky. So my thing is, did y'all take the money? Did you cash the check?
I never said give something back. I said I wanted my sister back.
Oh,
if it takes $30,000 to bring us back, then I would. That's what I
see. She playing games. She playing word semantics, because if I don't owe you nothing, Why I'ma just give you 30? See, she playing. She a manipulator. She like playing with the words and stuff like that. And you owe her. You owe her. And I just don't like her energy. She just takes no accountability. She just stands in her victimhood. It's crazy. But remember how Brat greeted her? She's like, what's up? You already know. I already knew. I said, Brat about to chin check this.
Said, but no, it's a very delicate situation. And no, we didn't steal anything from her. No, we did not.
Why is she saying that? Why is she saying that?
Because there was a video where she actually had the accountant on, and the lady showing the receipts.
There was an accountant on?
That was Lil Tamika mama.
Oh, okay, no, she's
the white lady.
Yeah, that's Lil Tamika mama.
That's yeah, no, she's not.
That's Tiny Mama.
That all the checks went to you and your husband.
That's not true.
So one thing that Tamika's mama said was that she alleged that you and Rocky changed the address to your apartment in New York versus her house in Hampton. Did that happen?
First of all, my sister didn't live in New York, and no, all of us were staying with my mother, but no.
Well, she said she didn't know who Edwin or Edward Bivens it was, and she found out that was your husband.
Okay, well, everybody knows it's not true.
Everybody know what's not true.
Edward Bivens, come on now.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Okay.
I know his name.
Right, she does.
Oh. Well, let me just interject and
see the word semantics. She's a liar. Why her sister got to lie about living in New York? Come on now. Come on. And now it's we all live with my mom. It just doesn't make sense. And Brat calling her on her bull. And I'm glad she checked her. Come on, liar.
Say what I've been saying the whole time. Even when Kandi, Tasha, and Tiny came on Dish Nation, I've been around y'all since I was kids. And what I do know to be true is no matter what you did or said when we was little, your sister would definitely take your side, whether you was right or wrong. And vice versa. And I guess that's how sisters do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it was, so that made it like 2 against 2. And it made it, because to me, you always seem like the person everybody had to listen to, I guess because you was the oldest. But Kandi always seemed to be the one that was hurt and slighted because they had to take your side.
Remember the unsung episode for Escape? And Kandi was bawling in tears. She was so hurt because Tamika went on the radio and basically like slut shamed Kandi. And they were making all these accusations that she was sleeping around. That's what all them rumors developed from about Kandi. And yes, she was always sad. She was always trying to, because Latocha wants to be a soloist. She does not want to be attached to a group. But she needs a group. It's crazy.
Follow what you said, dude.
You all the skeletons.
Slighted? Yeah, slighted because everybody took your side because you kind of was the leader of the group.
Right, but in what instance can you say that about?
Remember we used to be on tour and stuff like years ago. Just Kandi would just always seem like she would be sad. Just I don't know, different instances. Like, you know, we was on tour for a long time. We did a lot of stuff together back in the day when we was kids.
I don't remember her being sad though.
Really?
No.
Oh, I think I've seen her be sad.
How convenient. Now we got amnesia. We got memory loss. Okay, how convenient. When it comes to somebody else's feelings, she cannot relate. She cannot not empathize because she's a malignant narcissist. And I think her and her husband are cut from the same cloth. Let me see some of these comments. Yes, Gabrielle. Yes, narcissist. It's crazy. Let me go back. Yes, I love how y'all conversating. Thank you for joining me, ladies. No accountability, feds. Exactly. She don't never wanted to. It's the same dynamic when her and her sister were going back and forth in that episode. And Tamika got tired of it. But yes, she is so backstabbing and she wants the spotlight so much, she was willing to drag Kandi to make her look like a bad guy, like she was the pass around. But ultimately, Kandi blew up. She's solid. And I think that's where the root of her jealousy comes from. Has to be.
Had a lot and kind of like down.
And are you saying that that's because of me, Brett?
I'm saying because they took your side most of the time. It seems like, because even if you wasn't right, or if you was wrong, your sister would always take your side, and you was like the leader of the group back then. Was you not like the leader back then?
Well, at the end of the day, that's my sister, and most times when you have a sibling, that's the bond that you have. It's not so much as trying to bully anybody. It's just that's how we were brought up. That's the bond. As far as me being the leader, I've always been that person who, when it comes down to it, musical, making sure everybody was on their notes and stuff like that. So, and when you're speaking, I don't know what instance you're speaking about, but
I would go to yoga, but I don't have the right gear.
Save on all the best activewear at Sierra.
Also, I might have sent a late night text.
Okay, well, I'm just speaking from what I did witness about her being like sad and stuff.
I'm sorry to hear that.
All right, y'all. We got
sad.
I think she said that. I actually rewatched the other show. What's the other one y'all did before this one? And I think she was like almost crying, saying, "How could you not see when she was sad? She was sad all the time, and she felt attacked all the time, or something like that."
Okay, well, no, I don't remember that. I remember her saying that she felt like we didn't have a bond, she and I.
Right.
But not that she was sad all the time. This is my first time hearing that.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We got Latocha Scott in with us this morning. We got more questions. Big show.
So you guys, shout out to Ricky Smiley for catching this footage. Y'all gonna have to go over and catch the full episode. But Brat being a big sister in this moment and sticking up for her girl, okay? And see, a lot of people try to badmouth Kandi, but Kandi does a lot for the community. She brings jobs, okay? Her glow up is real. And a lot of her hate comes from people being mad that like she's successful. But Kandi has since responded. Let me pull that up. I want to get into that. Here we go.
All right, y'all. Rick Smiley Morning Show. We always do the front page right here, but we just got a little situation this morning. And we got the one and only Kandi Burris on the phone. Kandi, good morning.
Good morning.
What you doing? Riding around listening to the radio?
Listen, I'll be listening to y'all on my app. What do you mean?
That's what's up.
I was tripping. That interview was very interesting.
Why you say that?
Why was it interesting? What are your thoughts?
It was a couple things. I didn't understand which, and she said everybody knew it not to be true, and they were saying that his name is Edward Bivens because his name is Edward Bivens.
Exactly. You heard that? His name is. How you going to lie on your husband's name? Stop it. Let me stop and say good morning. Hey, everybody. We doing the updates on the escape drama and everything. Right now, we getting into Kandi response to Latocha interview on Ricky Smiley. Because, Kandi is booked and connected, okay? So be careful where you roll out in Atlanta. Hey, Michelle. Good morning. Hey, Fifi. Good morning. Good morning. I appreciate all y'all joining me. Please hit that thumbs up. Yes, we getting into the escape drama, and now we're getting into Kandi's response to Latocha's interview. And the first thing she debunked, Rocky's name is Edward. Stop it. Your lie is not even close to being a little bit believable. Stop it, girl. See, women like this crash and burn. The house of cards is falling down.
So I was like, what's she talking about? Or was she trying to say Tiny Mama knew his name? I didn't know what she meant.
So Kandi, what hurt me, I was saddened by, y'all didn't send her the memo she said for the dress.
He being messy.
She's still saying that?
Yeah, she said she didn't get the memo.
Well, child, she didn't send her sister the memo that she was kicking off the record deal either, but hey. I mean, I don't know.
So
excellent point. Like, how do you expect for some? You teach people how to treat you, and if you're not extending that same courtesy, why would you expect that back? That shit is ass. I'm sorry, it is asinine. Make it make sense, people.
Kandi, what are your thoughts on when Latocha said that she feels like she's being bullied right now?
True or false? You can pour hot water down the drain.
These damn commercials. Sorry, y'all. Here we go.
I understand why she feels like, okay, she actually did an interview the other day calling Tamika a liar and basically saying if it's true that she took the money to post the receipts. And that is why Tamika posted the full video of her on YouTube showing receipts of where they had changed Tamika's address, signed the back of Tamika's check, and deposited them. If she had not kept, kind of like baiting Tamika would have never done that. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are like, why is Tamika posting it now? Well, Tasha asked her to. You know what I mean? I guess she thought Tamika wouldn't really show the evidence or whatever, but Tamika did. So it's just like, as far as anything else, I hate when people do things or, and then they want to come back and play victim. It's like, you're the one that's saying some things and people and we respond. As simple as that.
Now, if you had to guess, Kandi, how much? Because Tamika said that she was being nice when she said that the check was for $30,000. She said she was just being nice by saying that. If you had to guess about how much money you think was stolen, if you had to guess.
Well, I don't know how many checks were going to them before she realized it, because basically we received the checks kind of like multiple times a year. And so in the beginning, when they first came, because we were late finding out about Sound Exchange, the first couple of checks were a hefty amount because it was like back pay, you know what I mean, for what they had already been collecting. So I can't give you an actual number just simply because I don't know how many checks they received on her behalf.
Right.
Oh my God. Brett,
so my question to you,
Brett.
Kandi, is, you've experienced so much success individually, not just as an artist, but also as an entrepreneur. We've seen Tiny do really great things. You think that like Latocha feels like this is her time to shine as an individual, like she never got the opportunity that maybe you and Tiny had, or could that be behind all of this?
Well, I think at the end of the day, we all get the same 24 hours. So just because somebody else was able to accomplish something more, it is what it is. Everybody what comes to you is because it's what you work for. You know what I mean? Now, does she probably feel like it's her moment that she needs to do what she needs to do? That is possible. And I don't even think there's anything wrong with her wanting to do a gospel record. It's just for us, it's just every time it's time for her to do a solo project, it's the attitude that comes with it. You know what I mean? It's like, as far as her doing gospel, like, we all wish her success. We hope that she does, well or whatever. We're in a bad place, obviously. It's playing all out on television. It's playing all out on social media. But we've been having these problems. We just
that's what I tried to say. I've tried to say that.
You're
but she tried to make it like, Brett, you loved on me. That don't mean I loved all of y'all. That don't never mean that. I'm just saying everybody did have like a fear for her. And it is what it is. Like, I ain't got to lie, Craig. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, girl, and I told her I watched Escape Still Kicking It last night, some of the episodes again. And when you tried to talk to her and let her know that you've always felt like that, you've always felt kind of like, you know what I'm saying, your feelings got hurt a lot. They always took sides, and and how you felt got pushed to the back because Tasha was the leader of the group. And she was like, well, I didn't know that. Yes, you did. I just watched it. Y'all talked to each other face to face. Y'all both was crying. It was a great scene. You know what I'm saying? But now she's saying she don't remember that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to just...
Well, she can go back and watch the first season.
That's what I'm saying. It's right there. It was the two of y'all. So I don't know what. And then Rocky jumped on and said, "I know him. I know of him, and I know him from being with R. Kelly and growing up in Chicago and stuff. But I don't know what he does in his personal life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't vouch for anything that anybody does, or I don't know what goes on. I mean, I hear a lot of stuff, but right now the show is what's airing, and this is what we're going off of, what we see.
Yeah.
So,
but everybody that's tuning in. For everybody that's tuning in, we got Kandi Burris on the phone. And then we, just for the record, we got some clips when we were in the commercial break that we recorded because we continued the conversation during commercial. In that part of the interview, I have not aired yet. We talked about another six.
All right, everybody. Okay, so... She lying. I'm sorry. She's not being honest. She's not being honest. She went on that interview and twisted and turned and flipped words. Like, I don't like when people play with my intelligence when the proof is right there in my face. And Brat is right. It was on that first season. But this goes to show how phony she is. And like Kandi said, they don't have a problem with her doing a solo career. Kandi does many other projects outside of Escape. It's the way she go about doing things. It's so backhanded and underhanded and sneaky. And that's why, like, when I was on Juice Radio, shout out to Hey Juice. Make sure y'all go over to our channel and subscribe. You know, in order for this to heal between these sisters, Latocha it's got to be a real, raw, honest conversation with nobody involved. Not the group, just the sisters. And they got to break it down raw. And not harp on. And see, one thing Latocha has a lack of empathy for other people's feelings in the way she affects other people. She really does. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna drop the link just in case somebody wanna come up and sound off about this Escape drama. Thank you everybody for joining me this morning. I have to work a half a day, so I was like, I'm gonna give my naughty crew some hours. Let's get some content going. I appreciate everybody joining me. Please make sure y'all hitting that like, subscribe, and that bell button so you can be notified when I update content to my channel. It's a lot of tea, Gabrielle, okay? It's a lot of tea. But y'all gonna have to go over to Ricky Smiley. I don't want to play the entire interview. I appreciate them dropping this. But y'all get the gist of where this is going, okay? And Kandi's not the bad guy to me. To me, I think Latocha does not like to be held accountable. Good morning, Juice. Good morning.
Hey, Knotty and crew, how y'all doing?
I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well.
Girl, I am. Isn't this a whole mess going on?
It's a whole mess, but I don't understand why Latocha has a hard time taking accountability in this situation. Like, for her to say on national radio that her husband's name is not Edward.
Yeah. I don't get that. And I'm beginning to believe some of the commenters that are saying that Latocha is actually the mastermind behind a lot of this stuff. Ooh, it's getting dirty and mucky, and I'm praying that some resolve would come. But you know, I saw I heard Kandi's interview on Ricky Smiley when she called in, and I was just like, oh man, this is getting deep. And it's not looking good. But
it's serious situations here. Like, how far were you willing? I think she just wants to be this big solo artist, and you know what I mean. And she was willing to do anything and sacrifice anyone to get it. But it just doesn't look good. Like, at this point, I'm turned off, Juice. Unfortunately, like, to do this to your own sister.
Yeah, and you know, she could still have been the big solo artist, but this was an opportunity for her to get more of a fan base, but she went about it the wrong way. The show that she was on, the SWV and Escape show, the reality show, all these interviews that she's doing, if she would have played her deck of cards right, she could have had an even larger fan base for this gospel album that she has. She would have an even larger fan base for the interviews. She would have a larger fan base of people supporting her and cheering for her. But she played her hand wrong when she went on there on this show, and the scenes that they caught, because we don't see everything, but the scenes that they caught of her being, not a nice character, really played a bad part for her. And it's sad. She could be so much bigger than she's going to be. And I'm not going to say anything negative about her gospel singing. I'm going to pray that it will bring her self-healing, because sometimes we need to get into our own, we need to talk to ourselves sometime. And I'm praying that her gospel album that she does will bring some self-healing to herself. Listen to your own words, Latocha, and get some healing from that. Because listen, I would have loved for her to have been out here and saying all this positivity and being true to who, well, you're right, Holy Spirit. Here's the problem. She is being true to who she really is. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Thank you, Holy Spirit. That's the problem. Your character will eventually show who you really are, no matter how much you try and cover and hide it up. It's going to show. But I'm praying now that she gets a revelation of who she is so that she can fix it. And so that she can move in a positive direction. Because some people, like her character, they think that they're actually, good and right because so many other people will support her and are supporting her in the bad behavior. There's a lot of Latocha fans out there. But what happened is then when she realizes her own wrong, then she's got to go back and fix it. And a lot of those fans are going to be like, what? You switching your story, but we were supporting you. You were. And it creates confusion. So I don't know. I'm praying that things will get better. But I understand what Kandi said. And Kandi was basically backing up Brat, what Brat has said. And they're just saying, listen, Tasha, these things happen. Don't act like they didn't happen. Admit it. Do like Tamika did. Tamika owned hers. She said, yeah, okay, I did it. It's out there. I did it. And she said, listen, I'm not really proud of it, but it happened. That's all I think the public is looking for from Tasha.
That's it. Like, because
accountability.
I wish her great success in her career. If that fills and warms her heart, I want her to be successful. But to treat the ladies like she did, you know what I mean? Like they were just her backup singers, and I have options. And what's disheartening to me, Juice, like the way they begged Kandi to come back, for her to snake her again like that, you know what I mean? It just kind of shows like, oh, you probably were the problem back in the day, and held the group back and things like that. And it's just not a good look. And I just really want these two sisters to heal away from the world, right? And I really want Latocha to own her stuff publicly, because she humiliated two people publicly. And it started with Kandi, and then she turned it on to her sister. Yeah. And it just makes me question her heart. Like, what does family mean to you? And, and the way she started the interview saying, oh, you all family. Oh, and you try to give this wholesome church girl, I'm all about the Lord, but your actions contradict that. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, you can't, people have to understand when you have friends, no matter what you've gone through, if they've been there, so they supported you, they helped you, and now you want to separate from that friendship, you can't use your friends as a stepping stool to try and step on them, or a stepping ladder to try and step on them and think that they're going to continue to hold you up. Eventually, those steps are going to break and they're going to allow you to fall. And I think that's what's happening with Latocha. The group Escape knew about this behavior of hers long time before this show aired, but they allowed Latocha to step on them. And now the steps are breaking. And the bad part of this is none of those girls want to support and hold her up now. It's a hard fall when you don't support your friends and you step on them when you're trying to climb to the top. People have to understand you got to have soft steps in this situation, because when you fall, you want to have somebody that's there to catch you, or you have a soft landing. Right now, Latasha is falling hard. No, I don't listen. In my heart, in my spirit, I don't want Latasha to be hurt. I don't want the girls to be hurt. All I want her to understand is the girls are hurt because of things that she said and she's done. And I believe that healing can still take place if the hurt stops. But if the hurt continues with these interviews and this stuff that she's saying, then unfortunately, she's going to keep on falling.
Exactly. Exactly. She's going to crash and burn. And, you know, at first I was thinking like, you know, because I seen certain similarities. I don't know if you guys remember when Wendy's marriage started to crumble. Remember, she was like a little mean girlish. She was a little snappy. She wasn't so nice and things like that. And I think it was because she was unhappy with her situation in her marriage. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when people are hurting, they can't help but to project that hurt onto others and deflect on the other things, rather than look within and take ownership of what they contribute to the situation for being what it is. You know, a relationship doesn't fall apart always just because one person. Sometimes it's both parties contributing to it that makes it eventually this fall apart. And sometimes in these situations, like with Natasha, you got to fall out with everybody, Juice. You got to strip all the way bare, down naked.
Yep. You know, I don't know, but every time I think, okay, Lord, I hope they get this resolved, then here comes another thing. Here comes another thing. Here comes another thing. But eventually this will have to end because everything doesn't last forever. No. And I'm hoping that, you know, there is a family meeting. There's some family resolve. And I'm hoping that Latasha will sit down and say, listen, what part did I contribute to all of this?
Yes. And be open and taking ownership and accountability. Like, you have to be open for that.
Right. And I think Tamika and Kandi, Tiny, you know, all of them will be willing to hear her and still love on her if she sits down and say, listen, I was wrong. Let me tell y'all this. In the Bible, Judas even had to come to Jesus and say, I'm sorry.
It's true, but unfortunately, I think Kandi's done with her.
Well, you know, Kandi don't play. When she get fed up, she get fed up. You don't see how she did with Portia now.
Exactly. I think she's done, and this is her moment. Like, I told y'all so.
Yeah. And, you know, vindication was supposed to happen anyway. It was going to happen anyway, because look how long Kandi had to deal with all of that. And then now it's coming to the forefront. And now people are seeing, hey, Kandi wasn't as bad as people thought. So your vindication will always come.
Yes.
You know, it may take some time or some years or something, but let me tell you, the truth will always come to the light and vindication will always come. But I'm praying for the sisters to get it together, and not only just Latasha and Tamika as sisters to get together, but Tamika and Kandi also. These ladies were all sisters in the music together. Yeah, so they're all sisters together. And I'm praying that they will get it together and sit down. And I pray that they would even be public, that they would say, listen, we resolved these things. We know we were wrong. SWV did it. Y'all are with the group that is the example.
Exactly. If SWV can do it, because Coco is a hot mess. Okay. Which I've seen a sneak peek of next week's episode. Will the real Coco stand up? Okay. The diva is out. All right. I love Coco though.
Let me tell you, I love me some Coco. I love me some Coco. I love me some Lily. I love me some Taj. But out of my favorites, I'm gonna probably have to say Lily is probably my number one, but Coco is a close second, only because the wittiness of them and the humor and the craziness.
I just love
you know, it's just a love there. I love it.
I love it. Drop in the comments, you guys. Let us know who's your favorite member from SWV. It's hard to choose for me because I love Taj. She's so mushy and sweet, but she about her business, okay? And she about her family and being solid. I love her marriage. It's so beautiful. And I love Lily because she's like the around the way girl struggle, you know, the hood struggle, you know. Being financially illiterate, not knowing what to do with your money, ending up homeless, being stripped down, like I said earlier, you know, having to build your way up and look bigger and better. And I love her for that. And Lily's always so vulnerable with us on camera, which is what you get with Lily. She don't be trying to hold no shorts. She tell you what it is. Yes, my kids are a hot mess right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who needs medication, Feds? Oh, Coco. Oh, well,
Well,
I was happy she opened up about that. Like, for her, Coco's always been vulnerable, you guys. Like, the first time I saw her really break through is when she was going through her. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
When she was going through her divorce.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell she was heartbroken that her family was breaking up. So that was like the first major time she had opened up. And I said, oh, wow. See, that's where all the, the bravado come from. You hide behind the bravado to, cover up your pain. And now, but sometimes that pain gets to the point, like it takes over you. You got to let it out, one way or another. So I'm glad she's opening up about her mental health and that she's taking care of herself and things like that. But I love Coco because you can tell she really values herself. What's wrong with celebrating that?
Yeah. And you know what? I was glad that Coco shared her mental awareness to everybody. I was really glad that she shared that because a lot of people hide it. And in her doing that, listen, this is what these reality shows should be about. Helping to bring awareness to something that somebody is dealing with, and it gives light to others that are dealing with this. Coco says she had to go and seek help for that. And also she said she takes her medication, and which I thought that was very admirable of her. She needs to be an ambassador right now to carry this, to let people know, listen, this is what I was dealing with mentally. I mean, to the point where she wanted to take someone's life. And she said, listen, these are the thoughts I was having. So I'm glad she made that aware so that others can know, listen, you're not the only one suffering from this. Let's get some help. And I'm glad she needs to be an advocate right now to do something. And I'm hoping that one of these companies will reach out to her and have her as part of their team to bring awareness to this, because it's a lot going on. And social media and reality TV is the cause, I think, of a large problem with people having these mental breakdowns and these things mentally that are happening. It's a lot. So I'm glad she did that. Kudos to her and brave for her.
She did that, and I'm glad she's sharing her journey as being a mother to a LGBT plus child and things like that, and showing their journey. And Juice, you said it best on your show. The show is not just about the Scott beef, it's showing single motherhood. It's talking about mental health. It's touching on so many topics, and I think the sister beef is kind of like overshadowing that a little bit. And I want to get back to what the show is really, really about. And these are all some very amazing women. Okay?
Yes.
Very talented. And I said on your show too, Juice, like, I'm glad they're showing like the more of the business side, what goes into putting these shows together, so the public is aware of how much work goes in, so you know what you're spending your money on.
Right. And let me tell you, there's so many brand opportunities from this show for these ladies. Like you said, with Coco and stuff she's went through, and her son, let me tell you, her son is so cute. He needs to be on somebody's runway.
He
is so cute. Those eyelashes, let me tell you, the face, the body, the walk. I watched him as he walked down the street when they were going to the studio. I was like, you better get on somebody's walkway. But let me tell you, there are so many brand opportunities for these ladies to go out and venture out, beyond the music. Because let me tell you, the tours will stop, and they're still going to have their wealth from their royalties. But there's so many other opportunities that are there that have come out of this show, especially, like, again, Coco could be another ambassador for the LGBTQIA plus community. She's from the church background. And she still loves her son. Come on, Coco. Go in there and talk in somebody's pew. Go to somebody's church and talk to somebody and let them know this is still my child. I'm still going to love my child. I can still hold the Bible in one hand and my child in the other. Go, Coco, talk to somebody. Because there's a lot of mothers in these churches, and this is my topic. These are my topics, the church stuff. Knotty, you know this. The church has really let go of people, and so much hurt has come. Even their own children, they have let go of. But they will hold that Bible in their hands so tight, but they so quick to let their child go. Yeah. I am a parent of an LGBTQIA plus daughter.
Me too.
I am one. And when my daughter finally told me, which I knew all along, she finally told me, she says, Mom, I am gay. I like girls. I said, listen, I got no problem with that. I said, but I want you to be able to come to me and have a conversation with me and know that it's okay. This is a safe place. And you know what she told me, Nadia? She said, well, the reason, Mom, that I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want it to mess up you and the church. And I told her, I said, thank you for thinking of me and caring about me and loving me enough to say that to me. But know this, God gave you to me and God don't make no mistakes.
Ooh. And that's
Yes,
how
sir.
I feel about mine. Because when my daughter came out, I just was like, okay, I treated it like anything else she told me. I embraced her, let's, well, you got to teach me now. You got to teach me what I need to do, the language and stuff like that. Because I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm here with open arms because you my child. I'm love you regardless. I just want you to be happy and full.
Happy and safe, and to know we have to be their safe place. And that's what Coco's doing for her son. She's letting her son know, you can come to me, you can have a conversation with me. The scene where her son said, people treated him bad and stuff like it, my heart, I was like, oh my gosh. But the good part about that, Coco is that soft landing place for him.
Yeah.
And that's what mothers need to be. So when I tell you there's so many brand opportunities for these ladies, heck, I may reach out to Bravo and say, are y'all checking the brands? Where the brands at? Y'all give these ladies some brand endorsement.
I see so many brands that could come out of this show. And I hope we get more of that rather than all this back and forth drama. I hope they push that aside, the Scott sisters, and let them work that out behind the scenes. And let's just focus on, the business, family life, and things like that, because that's what I'm here for. I want to see if they do what I do when I'm be home sitting down.
Yes, I'm going to be talking about the show SWV on Monday, and I'm going to bring it from a whole nother perspective of the positives of the show. With JoJo Speaks, he's joining me. JoJo Speaks. We have our realities on Monday, and I'm going to start talking more about the positive aspects because I think so many people and bloggers, YouTubers, and everything, of course, they want the stories, and I'm not mad at them. They're content creators, get the content. But I want to also have people not miss the opportunity to see the positive that this show has done. So I'm going to be talking about that positive side on Monday.
I agree. And I like seeing the behind the scenes of how girl groups really operate. There's so much that goes into it. You have to deal with everybody's personalities. You have to make sure everybody's happy. You have to make sure everything is fair and things like that. These are the things they have to work through before they get to the actual stage. Okay.
Right. And then they got to go home and deal with family life. On top of that, family life, their own personal lives, their other businesses that they have. It's a lot. And then deal with social media and all the negativity that comes out of that. These ladies are going through a lot. And they are still...
They're just human too, just like
us. And they're still rising to the top, girl. They're still rising to the top, though. Those that are rising now, we got to work and pray on one of them.
I don't know why, but I feel like this is like dream girls happening before our eyes, and then there were 3, like.
That's real good. That's a good thought. You come up with some good ones, girl.
Oh, Juice, it's always a pleasure when you come and join me. I just love you so much, and I appreciate all your support always.
Thank you.
Woo, I got to get ready to go to the dentist, guys. That's why I had to take off this morning because it's that time.
Okay.
You got to take care of yourself.
You better, child. You better. Go get the pearly whites taken care of.
Yes. Well, I got one broken tooth. I'm kind of scared. Like, am I going to have to extract it? I'm nervous about it.
Oh, good.
It's not that I'm scared, but like, I need to figure out what my options are there.
It's going to be all good. And thank you for having me on your platform, Naughty. You were one of the first ones that had me on, and you brought me on in love, and it's always been that way. And I appreciate you. You're part of the come up. and I appreciate you. And let me tell you, I pray nothing but growth and success and wellness for you, your channel, and everything and every venture that you have. And I know it's going to come because I believe in the God that I serve. I always tell people this, I say it quite often. I'm not going to stop saying it, but God said in his word, in his Bible, from his words, that he will bless those that bless you. And I always pray people that bless me, I pray to the Father and say, Lord, bless them, exceedingly abundantly above all that I could do. Because there's limitations on what I can do for people, but my God can do great and mighty things. And I pray that he would do that for you, girl, because you have helped me. And I like the young lady you had on the other day that was talking about her brands and stuff that she does.
Dom.
Yeah. I like her. Oh my gosh, she reminds me so much of my daughter. I was sitting there and I was like, I'm looking like she's my daughter. Oh my God, I love her. I pray success to her too, because she's got a good heart. I like it.
Oh, she's great. And we had a blast. Like we had a whole session with my cousin where she's like singing and freestyling with my cousin. I love Dom. We're all about the arts, but I know her since she was a little girl, like on the basketball court, beating all the boys and stuff like that. So she has a really, really, really good vibe, but she just wanted to support me. She's like, sis, I got you. Come on, let's go, And she just has a whole energy about her, and I just love her, and I wanted to share her with the world, Juice.
You did that, girl. I love it. But let's do some more collaborations, girl. I got so much stuff that we're gonna be talking about and stuff. And again, success to your channel, and thank you so much for being who you are, the queen, to show us all how to wear that nice crown. Go ahead, girl.
Thank you so much, Juice, and much love and success back to you, okay? Because it's enough for everybody, and we all could support each other. It doesn't have to be about beef and hate. We can give information and build honest conversations and learn from them, okay?
That's right.
Dude, always thank you for reminding me and blessing me with the Holy Spirit every time you come up here. When you come up on my platform, I get like when you speak, I get like chills.
Oh wow, I love it. It's his presence, girl. It's his presence. I love it. I love it. And I'm so glad that you can feel his presence through me. And that's what true Christians are supposed to be, a reflection of the God that we serve.
Yes.
I'm so happy that I'm that reflection. Let me tell you, I love it. I love it when I can love on folks and let them know that there is love for them, because what that does is it creates love in you to share with others. And that's what my platform is about. We want to love on folks. There's enough in this community and social media world for us to share. We don't have to be trying to have people's channels taken down and all that stuff. Come on. Like the telephone, they created the telephone. They created everybody to have a line. Why? So because we can all have a voice and let's all talk to each other.
Yes. Thank you. Who did I miss? Oh, Fez, thank you. So the artwork behind me, this is my youngest daughter's work, Sanaya.
Beautiful.
And this is my oldest daughter's work, Sierra. And I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can bend this a little. There's some of my work here above and right there.
I love it. Now you need to be selling these, Knotty.
I do sell them.
Yeah, Knotty, you got to get the website up, girl. The storefront, everything, girl.
I got to get I need a team behind me a little bit, like, because I'm a one-woman show right now.
He gonna send it to you, because he sent it to me, so I know he gonna send it to you. But this is talent in this house. This whole house is talented. I love the pictures. Drop the link to me, and I'm gonna buy a portrait from each of them.
Okay. Okay.
Inbox me that link, girl. I am definitely gonna support these girls. Beautiful work.
Thank you so much. I wanted, that's one gift I wanted to give my daughters, the gift of art, so they always have a way to express themselves. And that's just something that we share together. That's just part of our bonding process.
Well, come on in. I love it.
I colored with my kids when we were little. We started out coloring, and they started drawing and stuff like that. It just evolved naturally.
And look at what they created out of a box of crayons. This beautiful work now, all these years later. And look at this. Fantastic. Girl, let me tell you, you got so much to do. I'm looking for the storefront, girl. Where you at? Where the storefront at? Come on now.
Because you know how you have a vision. Like, I really want a really, really open, lofty space so I can set up like different stations, because my vision is I want to be able to have paint and sips.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to have an area for my podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to have an area for my fashions and my fabrics and my head wraps. Like I want
Mm-hmm.
like all the fabric.
There you go. And you had said that before, and you know what? It's gonna come to fruition, girl. It's
So
gonna come.
I have a vision, and I'm just like laying out all the groundwork. It's a lot, but I love it. I love the drive of it. It just keeps me going. It's like a nurturing, a baby plant. You plant that seed and watching it grow. Woo.
You better come on. I love it. Drop the link to me and let me know. I will support your girls. I'm telling you, I do.
Thank you so much, Juice. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on today. And y'all be blessed in the chats. Y'all go out and share some love with everybody, all right? Go and share some love with somebody. One smile could save a life. You never know what somebody's going through. You may be that smile that helps them to jump and just say, listen, I'm not going to go and jump off this cliff, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to step down and I'm going to start living my best life. Go and be that smile somebody needs.
Yes.
All right.
We all have it in us. Thank you so much, Juice. I'm going to go ahead and drop you down and close out the show. I'll see you out here in these YouTube streets, and I will DM you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye. I love me some Juice. I love me some Juice. Oh, my God. Always good energy. I appreciate you always. I appreciate all of you. Oh, you want to be on my team? Yay. Thank you so much. Yes, yes. The Latocha Movement World. I appreciate all of y'all. Yes, like I want to have one big location. Yes, in time. It takes time to build up to that, but it'll come to fruition. I'm sure of it. I love you, Juice. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I appreciate all of y'all. I just got a shipment in of these knotty wraps here. Okay, this you could wrap like 10 different ways. 10 different ways. And I have them in all colors. I'm going to put together a commercial. I'll put it up on the community page. Sin, I'm waiting for one more color for you because you know Sin she's my fashionista friend, okay? She is my fashionista. We have that in common. Make sure y'all go over to Juice Radio and Talk Show and subscribe. Hi, Brenda. Thank you for joining. So we just got these in. You can wrap these knotty wraps in so many different ways. You could do front knot. You could do the big bun like Miss Brenda does when she's on the panel. It's so many different styles that you could do with these. And I have them in all colors. I love the fabric. It's good for summer or winter. But please check me out. Inbox me on my Instagram and let me know what your orders are. Once you inbox me, I will set up a consultation and we will go from there. I appreciate all of y'all joining me today. I didn't get into all my topics, but I'll try to do some pre-recordings later because the escape stuff just really took place. Bottom line, I hope these ladies can work it out behind the scenes, but I hope they let us in on the healing, okay? Once they get everything resolved to their satisfaction. Yes, this is the jersey material. All right. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so that y'all can be notified when I update content to my channel. I have to get ready to go to the dentist. You guys pray for me. All right. And to all my haters.
And I want to say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
I love y'all too. Okay. I hope y'all have a beautiful, beautiful day. I wish y'all nothing but peace and blessings. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. 1